What is up, YouTube? Hello, go back to another epic video. Did I really just say that? I don't know. Today we're playing Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. Uh, Specifically Pokemon Violet. As you can see, this is my character. I plan to do all the little ending stuff they have. And without further ado, let's go. So in the first battle, Donphan used Stone Edge, and you see I have my Corviknight here. The team right now is Corviknight, and a few other people, but yeah, Donphan goes down with Brave Bird. Actually, I was thinking I saw a video today that said Paradox Donphan actually has or Donphan actually has a Paradox form. If you don't know what a Paradox form is, it's kind of like this game's gimmick. Like Sun and Moon had Alolan forms, this game has Paradox forms. Uh, and I will be doing a video catching all those, just so you can know. But Dugtrio goes down with another Brave Bird, and yeah, of course Metal Birdie gets hit by recoil. There's the team, by the way. We got Slugterra, Chun-Li. I'll go back to it when I go back to it. Also I found out this Elite Four member is a girl. I didn't know that. I found it out through a TikTok the other day, which I was like, Ain't no way, boy. Like, actually, ain't no way." Like I said, he's gonna finish this real quick, and he's gonna go for the Terra. I think this is Terra Ground? Question mark? Yeah, it definitely is Terra Ground. So that makes sense. Um, yeah, and then he's gonna go for the Terrazilize. Corviknight should still have the type effectiveness though, if I'm thinking of it correct. Of course, he protected himself. Metal Birdie then goes for the Brave Bird, but of course it doesn't hit because I hate everything about this game. That was a joke. No, but Metal Birdie definitely uses Brave Bird right now, and it does almost have. I think Terra type, from what I understand, maybe I'm wrong, because this whole Terra thing is new. From what I understanding, it makes it 4 times effective. So it's like another type added on, but you can still use moves from that type, which is OP as ever. Quagsire then goes down. I call him Quagsire, man. It's Clodsire. Sorry. Metal Birdie, and then cut it to a bit later in the battle. Metal Birdie faints, but we definitely win the first Elite Four member. This battle was okay. Like, it's not that it wasn't that hard. Uh, but yeah, of course I'm editing this in the past. I actually this time some issues were with my capture card, and this will be for probably the entire Scarlet and Violet playthrough. I need to stop saying Scarlet and Violet because I know that's gonna mess with some people. Like, actually, you're playing Pokemon Violet, which I mean, fair enough. Um, but no, I'm actually playing Pokemon Violet right now. And we got the next Elite Four member. I forgot her name, but it's the little girl. Which is actually kind of funny because it's like they actually make fun of it inside the storyline. They're like, "Oh, you're a little girl. You can't be an Elite Four member," which I think is a really cool concept. Um, but yeah, she's definitely an Elite Four member. She's gonna I think we're gonna fight her. I was just healing up my team real quick there. The Pokedex eggs, by the way, I saw the Pokedex little thing on my screen, and for the Pokedex, I'm not really concerned about completing it. If I ever do a shiny lock, or not a shiny lock, sorry, I'm so slow. I just woke up. It's like actually it's 11:26. I woke up at 10, so I should be like way more awake by now. But yeah, I should do a shiny. It's not a shiny lock. It's a shiny hut. I was thinking about doing it with the Masuda method, so maybe one day. But we cut to the end of the battle here, and she terrestrializes her Tinkaton? I think it's Tinkaton. And Kool-Aid uses flare blades. By the way, I named him Kool-Aid because he's purple. I know the naming scheme this time is on point. I know the other naming scheme. I actually like all of my names I came up with this time. They're really funny. I know I named my Lucario because he's a fighting type instead of and a boy instead of Chung Li. I named him Chung Larry because he's a fighter type and a boy. I just thought that was really funny. Um, King of nicknames right here. Of course, you saw I had my crocodile Pokemon. I forgot his name, Scalarooch. I always say it. That name is so funny to me. Like every time I would say it in like the story, I would just say instead of just saying, "Oh, Scalarooch," it's like Scalarooch. If I ever do a like a Nuzlocke of this game on the channel, I'm gonna definitely name him that. It was really funny. That was probably one of my favorite. After that, though, we have my favorite gym leader and apparently Elite Four member, Larry. Larry is the normal type gender, and it's funny because it's just like, hello there, my name is Larry. And it's funny because like he's just like a regular dude. Like there's nothing like extremely like special about him or nothing. It's just like in the story, you actually when you fight him, he's just like, yeah, it's just I'm a guy, you know. I'm not special. I'm just a business guy, and I love him. Like Kenny moment, honestly, bro. Like he's such a mood in the storyline, dude. Like he's not super peppy. He's not like super scary. Like Pokemon gym leaders always have this like aesthetic to them. He's just like I'm just a guy. Like I'm just a guy trying to do my best. It is he's such a mood. And honestly, I haven't had a favorite gym leader since like I can't remember when was my favorite gym leader, but these are some like I've with Pokemon recently. I've been like kind of worried about it because like a lot of Pokemon games really haven't hit it, but I don't know. This game, maybe it was like the school theme, or maybe it was like, me not worrying about recording it to like the end. But I really had fun with these games. Like it was, it's definitely something. But of course, Kool-Aid is gonna take down his Terra Pokemon again with Bitterblade. But yeah, that's just one of the things I liked about this game a lot. It's just like the Terra Pokemon and everything is just like I don't know. It's like this game was built for me, and I really did enjoy. Like if I had to give this game anything, like the only thing I dislike about this game is maybe the Terra, not the Terra Pokemon. I love the Terra Pokemon. The only thing I dislike about this game so far is I'm trying to think, maybe like the level scaling. I really do think there should have been level scaling. If there was level scaling in this game, it would be almost perfect. I say that ignoring of course the glitches, and by the way, I was gonna say this too. The glitches in my playthrough weren't really that bad. Like if I'm thinking about it, there wasn't really that many. I only thing I really had was some FPS drops and stuff. I don't know what the theme of this is because I know in Sword and Shield it wasn't really an Elite Four, it was just a champion. And Sun and Moon, it was the trial captain thing. So I don't really know what's the theme for like this Elite Four member. I think the theme is like celebrities or something, but I'm not completely. I won't say that. That's just from like what I'm thinking about, cause like you got it's just like I don't know, everyday people maybe. I don't know, but I was just talking about how every gym leader, always have his name, and he sends out Norva first, and of course I sing out my starter, the homie, Cookie Dial. He's I came up with that name of level one. Of course, as you probably seen by now, my team is level 75. Salamence is of course Dragon D's nuts. I'm so immature, but no, yeah, of course, my Pokemon are level 75. Like I said, there was a route in the game where you can grind Chansey, and if you don't know, Chansey is like they're like a Pokemon where they just give a lot of XP when you beat them. So I just destroyed the Chansey population, and that was that. It was great. This is actually a new Pokemon. I forgot his name is gonna say Basculeber. Basculever. I usually in Pokemon series I say the names a lot more, but this time, of course he goes for the Icicle Crash and Salamence goes down, which isn't ideal. You'll see in these battles, Kool-Aid actually finishes it off the kills a lot, and this was actually the one of the reasons why I got Violet that started just because there's a lot of Pokemon And Violet, I like Violet way more. Like I think people were saying the future forms don't look good, which I think they look sick. Like robot Pokemon were always like a cool thing to me. Like I don't know, it's the age old battle of like which one would you rather have, dinosaurs or which one would you rather have, like dinosaurs or robots? And it's like robots, duh. Like that's always been like my thing. I don't know. I love technology, so that's always been my thing. But I sound like a gym leader. Wait, wait, no, that's definitely a future video. And not him interrupting my main man Larry like that. Like Larry was just like, yo, that's crazy. Not him interrupting him. Honestly, bro, like Larry gets disrespected so much. But if I'm cutting through this a lot, but uh, y'all just missed it. But Hassel, his name is Hassel. I always no, because when I was playing this, I always pronounced his name as Hansel. I don't know why, but as you can see, he was kind of just like he was kind of crying. I don't know why I tried to ride on there. Like I said, my capture card was glitched this time, so I just literally all I did. This is probably the easiest, like I don't know. This is probably the easiest like way to do this, and I'm glad I figured this out kind of like last minute. So that's why I'm kind of that's why I clipped them as short as possible. We're still like getting everything in. Of course this is the champion, but La Primarina, Greta. Her name is, they call her two names. They call her Greta and they call her La Primarina. It's those two names in general. But I don't know. She's one of my favorite champions. Like I said, this game from like the Starfall Street stuff and like the Legends with mobile staff, the boy, the little doggy boy, like he's just like I don't know. I really like this game. I really did. Like it was like this game was like 10 out of 10 in my opinion. Like as far as like I said, the only thing I didn't like was I had to constantly like, or I felt like this is just my thing of like being prepared though. I felt like I had to constantly kind of like look up what levels they were because like I said, I was always scared of like, and this actually happened to me a few times where I would be like exploring and I would go into a new area and it was just like, oh, like what's over here, like all this stuff, and it was crazy. But I don't know, it added a level of spice to the game, and it was irritating, of course, but it was like I don't know. If I feel like if I didn't look stuff up, I would have had even more fun because it would have been like that thrill of like, what's around here? Of course, Cookie Dow goes for the Shadow Ball, and it ends up being super effective, so that always works out. Esperita, Esperita. I need to learn these names because I've been always like I know what the Pokemon looks like, but like I don't know. I feel like with even with Sword and Shield, like I didn't learn all the Pokemon's names until like a year after it, just because like when I see a Pokemon, I have very like photographic memory. So with Pokemon, so like when I see a Pokemon, it's just like you know oh, that's the fire lizard. Oh, that's this one. Oh, that's that one. Like it's not really like, it's not really by names all the time. As y'all saw in that other video, which by the way, check it out. The Pokemon type. It wasn't a type matchup video. It was a Pokemon. What was that video I just recorded not too long ago? Also, one more thing. Her team is very weak to fire. Like I was starting to see this kind of while I was playing through it, but her team, like, she has like I think 4 out of the 6 members are like extremely weak to fire, which is like a whole nother thing. But yeah, no, her team is like really weak to fire. But yeah, as you see, she has a few Pokemon left. I use Cookie Doll and I go for the Overheat strat. That should finish King Gambit off. Like I was saying though, the Pokemon, it was the Pokemon Silhouette video, and a lot of people that video isn't really getting as much traction. I was like, of course, I'm a relatively small YouTuber, and I realized that. So I realized the videos won't get like as much traction. I was like, well, I don't know. I feel like once I do become a bigger, like more popular YouTuber, Um, I feel like those type of smaller videos will get a lot more traction because, obviously my channel is mainly Pokemon themed, but I do try to keep some other stuff on here for some of the smaller viewers. I don't know why I keep then Cookie Dial for a water type. That was dumb. Even non-Pokemon fans know water's good against fire, so I don't know why I keep then Cookie Dial. Of course, none of that's super effective, but I do go for the Shadow Ball, and it should do decent amount of damage. I think this is where Cookie Dial goes down, if I'm not mistaken. He's gonna go for the Water Pulse, no liquidation, and yeah, this is where Cookie Dial goes down. This is why y'all wonder. Y'all said people always tell me, not any of my IRL friends, but like some people online is like, "Oh, Zone, why don't you ever do like Nuzlocke?" This is why, because I am terrible at Pokemon. This is exactly why, and I just one of my friends recently asked me. She was like, "Oh, what like team you're going from to? Like, what team? What was your like strategy for this game?" And it was like, literally just use the Pokemon I thought looked cool. Like, that's been my strategy, quote unquote, for like the last like 4 years of me playing this game. Is like, sometimes, don't get me wrong, if I'm like doing a recording series, I will try to make my team as best as possible, just for the sake of like, not having to go back and record everything. By the way, can I also say before I finish that, Salamence really did carry in this series. Like, he was like the one thing, like in my playthrough, he was like the one MVP of like the entire thing. And this is what I mean by team, because I have what, three Pokemon on my team that use fire moves, and they was the MVPs. So yeah, Glamora, she's gonna send him out. But yeah, this that was like the thing. But no, recording, and just for the sake of like not being able to go back for recording. That's why I really like going back, and I think that's why this playthrough was like, I was just so much like, oh yeah, I want to be so like prepared for it and all this stuff. Of course, Glamora is she this, I forgot what type it is, and I think while I was playing this, I don't even remember. I just went for the Steel Wing because I already had Corviknight out. Of course, she's gonna go for the Terrasilize. By the way, this part had me confused because I'm like, what Terra type is this? Cause I know it's not ground, cause it's like, obviously. But this one is confused because it's like a pyramid. So I was like, what Terra type is this? If y'all know, leave in the comments. I'll probably look it up after this recording. But that was like the one thing I was just like, what is that? Of course, Glamora goes for the Terra Blast though. This is a new Pokemon, of course, so that's why I don't know it. Goes for the Terra Blast. It looked like a Rock type move, so I want to say Terra Rock type because I haven't seen it yet. Which, why not? You would think the Rock type Terra would look different, but I don't know. I think a lot of people were speaking of Terra type Pokemon. A lot of people were saying the hats didn't look very good. Like, a lot of people didn't really like the hats, which, I don't care. I try not to look for, of course, the only gimmick so far, like in Pokemon recently, that I thought was like kind of dumb, but even that, I was like, I got why it was cool. Like, people liked it. Was a low the little Z move dance. It's like, that was the one thing that I was like, okay, that's kind of dumb, but like, I get why people like it. Of course, Greta goes down after Corviknight, and yeah, she just go beyond my imagination so easily. Of course, this Pokemon game made me sweat the least. There was some battles like the psychic type. I almost said the fairy type gym, but no, the fairy type gym, quote unquote, is a team star base. But no, this was like the one thing that kind of made me like sweat. And she called me Champion Zone. But no, we're gonna end off the video there. Thank you guys for watching. That was episode one of kind of this. I don't really want to call them episodes anymore. I just want to, upload these how I used to upload. I want to get away from like the thought of like series on my channel. But without further ado, that's it. Deuces.